Right, welcome to Carp Journals. I'm Steve, that's Jess, and we're back at the 140 acre, 230-year-old estate lake. I had a little ride around. It's quite busy. I had quite a couple of swims in mind, and they're taken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up in here, which I've fished before, as a base really, and then got the bike, so I'll explore around, see what other swims are free and that. But I need to set my bivvy up and get this lot tucked away in there at least, rather than just leave a trailer there. And then me and Jess can go around, have a look for some other spots and see what's going on. I've got to say, I've got a new bivvy as well, the new Solar FS Spider Compact one man. It's a bit bigger than a one man really, so see if we can fit all the stuff in there and that. If we can't, well, Jess will have to sleep outside. No, she should be fine, she'll fit in there. Should be big enough. We'll see how it goes. If it's no good for me and Jess and these sort of summer trips, it'll still be perfect for winter. It's nice and lightweight and that. It's got a zip-in ground sheet in case I'm sort of camped out in the middle of nowhere and don't want snakes and rats and whatever else coming in, so.
Got something to warm you.
Yeah.
Hello, doggy. There we are.
Well, that didn't take long. Nice chat to the public as well. So, what I'm going to do is chuck all my gear in here and then go for another ride round, see what we can see. So, probably stick the GoPro on, have a little wander. Right, Jess, let's go for a little wander. Oh. Don't want that happening again. Come on. Thanks a lot. Thank you. You did, thank you very much. So these cabbages here, this is called skunk cabbage, this area. They absolutely reek like weed. Well, I found a couple of areas that look interesting, but not seen anything to go on, so I think what I'll do for tonight is head back to the swim my bivvy set up in, do a night in there, see if I can't nick one out of there, hopefully. And then have a little think, have a contemplate about where to go next. Pretty sure I might end up in the swim I was looking in just now. But we'll see. Then again, there is an area over there that's gated off with a few swims in it as well. So I'll have a look and see what the wind's doing, work it out from there. Have a little think. Bit undecided at the moment. It's a big old place to try and suddenly think, oh, I'll fish there if you haven't seen anything, so I'll let you know. Well, dog is going to sleep well tonight, that's for sure. She's done a few miles now. Oh, think I need to get a more comfortable saddle. Hey, bony. Right now, I think I just need to get back, have a nice cup of coffee. Have a little think, see what I'm gonna do. Alright, well, we're back at the bivvy, and this dog is going to sleep for about 2 days now. Looks like the bivvy needs a little tighten up here and there. Get that done now, and make a cup of coffee. Whew. Whew. Done a few miles. I'll work it out in kilometres from the map in a bit. Right, first thoughts on the bivvy. This is my head height, so yeah, nice and high. Not as much room at the front as the Hyde XL, but they are pretty big bivvies. Bed can probably go back a little bit. Plenty of space down there for Jess. So far so good. I've already got the distance noted down from last time, so I'm just going to wrap up the rods and make sure it's correct first, but try and do it with minimal disturbance. And what I think I'm going to do is just put out 3 rigs, the same rigs I used before, I'll show you later, with 3 boilies on a sort of stringer type thing on each rod. Go with that for now, start off not too much bait. Yeah, it's nice and clear. Yeah, it's feeling good. One more. 3 casts, 3 checks. And then bait up the rigs, get them out there. Yeah, all good. Oh yeah. I'm just setting up at the moment, so. Right, well there's something I was a little bit worried about, and don't have to be, is, oh, my bed. Bed's getting a bit roughed up, but anyway, that's another matter. Yeah, that fits in. With all my bits and that in there. It's a little bit tighter than the other one, but you still get to everything, so yeah, that's all good. Right, so we've got 8 of those made up. I just used up what was left of my fast melt PVA, and then I've got another tub, it's the slow melt. Hopefully the water's warm enough for a bit of slow melt now anyway, so yeah, I've got 3 tied up for the rigs, and then 5 spare for miscasts and stuff like that, so. Right, so there's the rig, same as last time. Size 2 hook, shrink tube, multi-rig type slip D thing. Just over a foot of leader material, so it's thicker than normal braid, and a bit of tubing at the top, and that's just going to go out. I'll show you in a minute. A couple of bits of foam around it, also with that sort of stringer thing, triangle thing around it. And there you go. That's a bite. Kind of making a mockery of fishing here. Come on, be serious, Steve. 3 rods are out now. I've had a savage liner on the right hand rod already, just as I was putting the 3rd rod in the rest. So something happening out there. All good. Turned out a lovely afternoon actually, to be fair. New bivvy's doing alright, needs a little tidy up, but serving its purpose at the moment. Now this is how the trip's starting off. Blue skies, lovely day. But I reckon all that's set to change. Not a cloud in the sky at the moment though. Beautiful, beautiful. Jesse's up in the background, thinking it's dinner time when it's not. I'll show you in a bit. Like I said, I'll show you where where Jess has run or jogged, the route she's taken, now how many kilometres she's done. Probably she's not asleep. Only problem with fishing at a snag is people like to walk on it, as you've seen if you watch the other videos. Definitely worn old Jess out anyway. She was sleeping for a bit. Right, there's about an hour till sunset. And tonight's a full moon, so see what happens. This time last year I was on the small lake and did quite well on this full moon period. Well, looks like it's clouded right over now. The moon is right off in the distance there. Probably won't be able to see it, it's behind cloud. Just about to see a little bit of light there. Feels like there's a little tiny bit of damp or drizzle in the air as well, so maybe we might get a clearer view at some point. About 5:30, no, about 5:40. Geese are making alright old racket. No bites through the night. No bleeps. Kind of predicted it'd be a different day today. It's very overcast, nothing happening at all. On the best spot out there, I have actually changed over from the bigger bait down to my sweet corn rig that if you was watching in the winter, that's what I was using. Gonna give it a few hours, been out probably an hour, nothing. Don't think, it's just not happening over there, not happening. Just trying, really having to think about where to go next. Too many options really, that's the main thing. So I worked it out, we did about 6 or 7k yesterday. Not loads, especially when I'm riding on a bike, but for Jess jogging and that, far enough. But she's, yeah, I think she's ready for another little trip now. Right, first I was planning on moving. Now I'm not planning on moving yet. I've just seen a carp show over there. It wasn't massive, but it's a carp. Shows us something in the area. I might well do one more night in here. There's a lot of people fishing out in that main area where I'm interested in fishing. There's a lot of pressure out there, so there's a slight possibility they might get pushed down further down to this arm down here and that. And the other reason is there's a couple of swims I'm interested in. One If I give it till tomorrow, there's a possibility that the lads might not be in that area. They probably will be, but at least it gives it a bit more time for them to do a couple of nights. And if they are, then the other swim I'm interested in you have to go past there anyway to find it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, stay in the swim. Now I've seen something, I can't move now, so yeah, hopefully I'll see something else, give me a bit more confidence. So. Just going for a little wander down the end of the arm, see what I can see if there's any, excuse the wind, see if there's any fish around. Just have a general mooch really, take Jess for a walk and that, stretch the legs, change the scenery, maybe might even see some big show, you never know, you never know. I'm just down the end, where I saw the fish in last year's videos, can't see any fish at the moment. Obviously the heron's seen something because he's way over there behind that leaf, but yeah, not seen anything as yet. Nothing down here so far either. This is right at the end, so we were just up there a bit. Now we're down at the end where the island is, but not seeing anything. I am going to spend a little time here just to see if I can spot anything. If they're not here, it could well mean they're not really in this arm at all. So, spent 15-20 minutes down there. Haven't seen a single carp at the moment. Right, I'm just going to walk around the end of the island there and then come back round over the other side there, walk that bank, see if I can see any sort of anything fizzing or anything like that. This is a view of the island from the other side. See a bit clearer, but still can't see any carp. Just getting a different perspective of some of the swims I've fished. I'll come around the other side, see it all from a different view. Back opposite my swim. There's a snag tree just over there through the trees there. Bivvy through the trees just over the far side. Yeah, a nice little brisk walk. Didn't see anything, but it's a nice walk anyway. Right, decision made, so I'm going to reel the two outside rods in and just leave the one rod over at the snag, so they haven't got too much choice over there. Then I'm just going to chuck the other two rods just down in the margins here, just in case something comes across this side, or maybe dot one in the middle and one closer in. I just had a liner on the middle rod, and that's the one I put out, redone out there, right out there, and yeah, well, that's a good sign. It's only one of a few bleeps I've had since I got here, so it's always nice to hear the alarm bleep. Bobbin moved a bit as well. It just looked like a classic liner to me, so. Well, I'm sorry to have to show you this, but someone likes the smell of the chorizo. You definitely have to add a few splashes of water every now and again to these noodles. They're very sort of dry and stodgy. They definitely need a bit of water with them to cook them well. Well, that is by far the best combination so far I've had with those noodles. Beats the chicken, just about beats the bacon.
been a tough one so far this session. I know previous sessions I've blanked, but they're on new areas. This one I've fished before, still blanking, so be interesting to know how the other guys around the lake are getting on. Just had a drop back on the middle rod, so that's quite a heavy lead on there. It's not dropped, bobbin's not dropped fully to the ground, so we'll say something has definitely either really dragged the lead across. It is quite slidey over there, or something's picked it up slightly and it's just shifted, but not managed to get the bait. So, bit of action. Well, looking at this wind, if this keeps up, I'm going to be off somewhere to fish somewhere that's a bit out of the wind. Not for me, but for the carp, because I can't imagine many carp just chilling in them snags with this wind pushing across. I think that'll be pushing right through the end of them snags there as well. So yeah, next swim choice would very much be dictated by the wind. It is actually set to settle down a bit, sort of later on overnight for the morning, so there's still hope. Like I said to you, I think on the first video, and I've probably said it on videos since then, but this isn't just go and catch all the time. There's a lot more to it than that. Well, here comes the rain again. I need a little pitter patter. Let's turn the old waders over. Don't want them filling up with water. Just coming into evening time now. Got to say, I am really impressed with this bivvy, to be fair. Really impressed. Just snug, cosy, get everything in there you need. Yeah, just the right size. Still love the old Titan Hide XL though. But like I said before, it's getting to its end of its days and don't really know what's going on with Nash at the moment, so I suppose I could call this swim waiting man's, because that's sort of like waiting to move along the lake sort of thing in the in the queue. Not that it's busy, not busy at all. It is busy for here, but there's loads of swims free. I know you shouldn't have an idea before you go to a lake of what swim you want in your head, but I've got a couple in my head. Yeah, I think it's going to be a lot more than just a lot more about weather patterns on here. Probably wind, not probably wind. Some lakes don't make any difference. I reckon it will make a big difference on this lake. So yeah, it's going to be more about that and choosing swims to coincide with what the weather's doing, stuff like that. So, well, finally, as we come to the end of the day, we've got another little bit of sunshine. Only a little glimmer, but it's shining on the snag over there and onto the water here. So just coming into dusk now. Doesn't look like it on this camera, but we are. Another bleep on the middle rod, so it's had quite a few bleeps, maybe 3 different bits and pieces. So wind is blowing down the lake, so it might be little sticks and that hitting the line, I suppose. Dog's having a little snoozette. Deer are barking down there. I'm just sat in the bivvy. It's quite windy out. You can't see it or hear it too much, but it's fairly windy out. I think it's going to pick up a bit more. You see the tree swaying over there a little bit, but you can actually hear the wind more than you can see it, so it's obviously not blowing across this section too much, but bats are out. I'm hoping for a bite on dark.
So yes, I'm afraid there is some rain in the forecast, as well as some very strong winds later today as Storm Dave takes hold. But for the time being, it's very much the calm before the storm. Quite a chilly start, even some bright sunshine across many areas of eastern England, but is soon being replaced by cloud as Storm Dave starts to push through. So any brighter skies soon turning into hazy spells of sunshine. Winds really starting to pick up into the west later this afternoon, as well as some heavy spells of rain.
Morning. Just coming up to 6 AM. No bites. Right hand rod about an hour or two ago. Little beep on it. So you just heard the weather there. One little problem is the park may well get shut to anglers
because the overnight winds. We've got big trees here and that, a few dangers, so we'll have to play that one by ear. As long as the park stays open, I've got a decision to make. So I think the wind is going to be blowing across here, so I'm looking to go along this bank somewhere. I'm over here at the moment, so I've got to go all the way around here, or maybe around here somewhere. This is where I was last week. I do fancy that, but like I say, not sure if the wind pushing down is going to push them right down there. But if I'm on this bank and the wind's pushing over across here, I think I've got a good chance. So yeah, so I think if I can get, I'd like to be here. If I can get there, that'd be good. If not, I think I'm going to have to travel along, get around this area somewhere, maybe down here. Right, quick catch-up time. 2 nights, no bites, no bream. Believe it or not, that's, for me, is the result I'm looking for. I'm looking for that one bite that might be a bit special, hence bigger baits and all that sort of thing. I mean, I'm definitely in the wrong area. Right now I'm in the wrong area. I've seen 2 shows actually, but one around the same right sort of area, but nothing's come of it. But to be here and not have a bite, it's got to be saying something. I've got absolute confidence in the baits, and yeah, obviously I caught on the first session. I've lost one on the second session or third session. So yeah, 100% confident in everything, baits and rigs and that. Just there's no numbers of fish down here. Definitely no numbers of fish down here. So definitely time to move on and carry on. See where we get to. Like I say, it's going to be probably a lack of fish until I get on them. If I get on them, when I get on them. But it's more about singling out, not a massive fish, but singling out half decent ones and trying to avoid smaller ones in the bream. So as far as I'm concerned at the moment, we're still winning. We had 1 carp, 0 bream, 1 decent, looking carp. Wasn't massive, but it was lovely carp. So yeah, we're winning. Just coming up to midday now, so I'm going to start packing all my stuff away. Head off, go and find pastures new. Where's your old lucky streak gone? You used to bring me luck. What happened? Next time you come, can you make sure you bring that old luck with you, please? Yeah? Just riding up and down here really, see if by chance I just catch a glimpse of anything, but also see what areas are being fished. There's a guy over in the swim over there. I might be moving over there somewhere, but I'll keep looking for now. Got a bit of time on my hands, so. I think I'm just going to ride all the way around the end of the park and up here. Go and have a word with those guys in the swim over there. I spoke to them the other day, nice guys. Well, I've just nipped back to where the bivvy is and that. As you would have seen, I've had a good ride round. I'm really still not decided, but I think I might go round the south side. I don't think awful lot's been caught, so try something different. You never know what's going to happen. So, and it'll be in a bit of a bay as well, a bit sheltered from the wind as well, with depths. I imagine, I wouldn't know, but I would imagine depths of around maybe 8 foot, something like that. So deeper into, because obviously it's got a lot of wind and that, deeper into the water, but not mega deep. So try that, I think. Decision made.
I'm just going to quickly show you this amazing swim I'm going to be fishing in next week, and to let you know I have it on good authority that within the next couple of videos you're definitely going to see a carp on the bank.
Right, I've ended up in here. This area is called the Woods. There's a bay round to my left down here. The wind's sort of going across that way, so look at that view. Big view of the lake, so keep my eyes on a lot of stuff. Probably won't see anything, but keep my eyes on a lot of stuff anyway. Lovely view. Got the wind sort of coming across into here sort of and across there. So I'm planning on hopefully fishing over in that direction somewhere once I've had a lead around and that.